Well, it's fair to say old Dana White caused a stir in the world of boxing last week. No, nobody cares about you, fat Mexican man. But Conor Benn, on the other hand, I still can't get over it. Days on. Just stunning news. I mean, who's next? Frank Smith? Barry Hearn? Dare I say it, AJ? I mean, if he signs Anthony Joshua, that is game over. And I wouldn't be too surprised. I know Eddie came out and he said AJ is different, he would never do that, but for the life of me, I didn't expect Conor to go. I really didn't. I mean, they're both from Essex, both super close. Eddie Hearn has backed him from the off. He's stuck by him after he failed 2 drug tests. We all know Conor cheated, and I think it's pretty obvious he definitely done it now, given what he's done to Eddie. That is the mark of the man. And not to mention all the money he's lent him when nobody took Conor Benn seriously. And I'm not being funny, Conor Benn is not that good. I don't think he'll ever become world champion. I think the only opportunity he potentially had was against Mario Barrios or against Lewis Crocker. He didn't want to fight Lewis Crocker because he didn't want to do the rehydration clause with the IBF. How ironic, considering he made Eubank Jr. do a rehydration clause twice. And for me, that just shows again how spoilt and entitled Conor Benn is. And he's so unlikable. He's so sensitive, so emotional, so angry all the time. And he's got this massive chip on his shoulder 24/7. And it's just unbearable. And he will regret that decision in years to come. And I know the money was crazy, but Eddie Hearn's the man. I'm sorry, I know Dana is throwing this money around and Turkey's behind him, Nick Khan. They're all loaded, but if I was a fighter, I would trust Eddie Hearn with my life, especially given what Eddie's already done for Conor. And okay, fair enough. If the money was that good, you couldn't turn it down, then I get it, but at least have a call with Eddie. At least give Eddie the opportunity to put a proposal in front of him and say, look, we can't offer you that money for your next fight, but long term, we can offer you more money and more opportunities. But Conor Benn didn't even want to have a call with him. And that's cowardly behaviour for me. I think you've just not wanted to front up a difficult, awkward situation there. And in the ring, Conor Benn has got the heart of a lion. He would knock me spark out with a feint. He wouldn't even have to hit me. But as a man, when you're leaving a job or when you're leaving someone, you have to at least have a conversation face to face. I even think a phone call in that situation isn't enough. And he didn't even want to do that. It was all on text. It was probably on Snapchat. Knowing Conor Benn and how the world is these days, it's pathetic. And Conor Benn has just shown his true colours there. But as for Dana White, what a move that is. I mean, fair play to him. It is exciting for boxing because he's doing bits. And it is fair to say that those first 3 shows weren't the best. But I think give praise when it's due, give criticism when it's due. Nobody wanted to see F.A. Jagba and Charles Martin. But we do have Jaya Pataya fighting Brandon Glanton for the Zuffa belt at cruiserweight, the one that everyone wants to win as a kid. But in time, maybe that will become the belt. I think they've got a lot of work to do there, but the ring belt will be on the line. And also, there is rumours that the IBF belt will be on the line, but I've also heard it's not, so who knows there. Either way, everyone wants to win the ring belt, the Zuffa belt. It's going to take a while before that becomes relevant, but as long as he's signing big names in their prime, I mean, Conor Benn's 29, Jaya Pataya's 30, and Andy Ruiz Jr. is 36 stone, but he is assembling a sexy little stable there. Obviously, he's going to sign fighters who are past there and who are pretty irrelevant now. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he got a big fight for Andy Ruiz. I do think Usyk will sign with Zuffa Boxing. I know there was lots of rumours that, oh, you think the Conor Benn signing is big? Wait until you see what's next. I think that will be Alexander Usyk. I think it makes sense. He clearly wants to fight in America. And I think the money that they're offering at the minute is clearly crazy. And I think Usyk is all about the money, and so he should be. And for Usyk, it's not like he's going to be betraying everyone. He's already split up with Alex Krasuk. That was all amicable by all accounts. So I think that would be a decent move for the cat there. I think also Tyson Fury. I wouldn't be surprised one bit if he signed with Zuffa Boxing. He's already fighting on Netflix, which is a Turkey show. And if Tyson Fury gets offered more money, it is goodbye Frank Warren. There is no loyalty there. He left Mick Hennessy. Why wouldn't he leave Frank Warren? And it's a bit different with their relationship to Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn. Eddie done everything for Conor Benn from the debut onwards. And also, I know Conor Benn has improved massively. I still don't rate him. But early on, Conor Benn was so bad. And again, Eddie stuck by him, even when he got dropped a couple of times against the French journeyman. So It goes so deep, that relationship. But I'm sure with the hurt that's caused Eddie, I think it'll put a rocket up his arse, same as Frank Warren. I think they'll all be trying to tie down their prized assets to long-term contracts now. And hopefully they put on bigger and better shows. And as for Zuffa Boxing, I mean, the jury is still out because at the end of the day, they've signed a couple of really good fighters who are banging their pump. I believe that Jaya Pattaya and Conor Benn will be with them for the rest of their careers or for at least the rest of their prime, because I just don't believe Dana is going to sign them and let them go after one fight. So I think Dana is obviously offering them a massive platform to fight on in America. I know Paramount's not huge, but in time, I think it will be. The UFC's on there now. And I think a lot of these fighters still have the American dream. They're getting weighed in. And they must be getting told stuff that the fans just don't know about, because I never believed that Turki Al Sheikh would be involved in this project if it was just going to be Apex shows with Callum Walsh fighting against El Mencho's nephew. Rest in peace, El Mencho, by the way. Devastating news that. But I do think that Dana is in this for the long haul. I really do. I think he's going to be looking to take over boxing, sign all the big names, and he will be putting on mega events in big arenas. He doesn't like stadium shows, which is a shame because I think Conor Benn is clearly a stadium fighter now. He's just sold out the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium back to back, and it is annoying that he's going to be fighting in America, probably at the T-Mobile Arena and the MGM Grand, which is still great arenas, but you can't beat those stadium shows. But it is what it is. And it'll be interesting to see who he fights. I still think the Ryan Garcia fight is huge. I have no interest in Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, but it does look like Ryan wants to fight him for whatever reason. I don't think that's going to end well. And I think for the fans, it'll be a snooze fest. 12-0 Shakur Stevenson. The Ryan Garcia-Conor Benn fight is a massive fight. You could sell out any arena in America, and it would do insane numbers. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Do you think Dana White and Zuffa Boxing will take over the sport? Do you think Eddie will fight back? I'm sure he will, but is the fight going to be enough? Because these guys have got serious deep pockets. Have a great week anyway, everyone, and I will see you all on the next one.